Hi, this is Avan Mathur from the product team at ElectricCloud. I'm going to provide a quick peek at the highlights of what's new in ElectricFlow 8.0. So the 8.0 LTS release of ElectricFlow transforms the way you track and visualize your releases with a new level of visibility in the ElectricFlow DevOps Insights dashboards that were introduced in 7.3. Let's see what's new. I'll start in the Release Command Center, which is a new dashboard providing a bird's eye view of a release across all of its phases. This is not only showing data in ElectricFlow, but pulling key metrics from the different tools that are used across your release through new plugin integrations. There are so many tools that are involved in the overall progress of a release that it has become more important than ever to get insight into release status and health with one consistent view for the entire organization. The dashboard provides a high-level view of where you are in your release cycle, showing where you are in your release plan, how many days you have till delivery, and then goes into detail into each of the phases of the release, starting on the left with planning, where you're pulling metrics on user stories from tools such as Jira to groom the backlog, target stories, and tasks. And then going right, we continue to see key data on the different phases: dev, build, test, deploy, and operate, indicating the current data, whether it's trending up or down, and pulling metrics through integrations from the tools that are part of each phase, such as Jenkins, HPALM, and ServiceNow. These metrics are combined with the ElectricFlow release data to provide full visibility across your entire process and create that one place to go to visualize your entire release. There are two other dashboards that are included out of the box. The first is the Releases dashboard, which shows key metrics across releases that can be used to get insight into your organization's throughput and bubble up any potential bottlenecks in your release delivery pipeline so that they can be addressed quickly. The other dashboard is Deployments, which provides indicators to measure agility of development and reliability of your deployments, such as deployment success rates, deployment durations, and throughput over time. Now in ElectricFlow 8.0, it's even easier to create your own dashboards and add new widgets or make changes to existing dashboards. I can create a new dashboard by clicking on the icon at the top right. In this case, I'll copy my existing deployments dashboard and now I've created a new dashboard where I'm currently in edit mode. In edit mode, I can change the layout by moving around the widgets. I can also edit the data that's displayed or how it's displayed in an existing widget. And I can add a new widget that displays the data with the metrics that matter to me. There's also a DSL editor available where I can make the same changes to the Groovy-based DSL representation of my dashboard to quickly make changes and apply them to the dashboard. In ElectricFlow 8.0, we've also introduced new enhancements to the self-service catalog. The self-service catalog makes it easy to start deploying quickly with out-of-the-box best practices to set up your new automation in ElectricFlow, whether it be setting up your new application model, dynamic environments, or a pipeline. Aside from these built-in best practice catalog items, the self-service catalog is extendable, so you can create your own catalogs and catalog entries that expose your automation to your users to give them an easy launch point to get started quickly. New UI support for creating catalogs makes this easy. I'm going to create my own new catalog, and this is going to be used to set up the Release Command Center. I'll put it in the default project. And now I have an empty catalog that is in, again, edit mode, similar to the modes available for editing dashboards. I'll define the first catalog entry. This catalog entry will set up the Jira integration for the Release Command Center. You can customize what the button on the catalog entry will have written on it. You can upload or choose from the icons that are available, and then provide additional information with instructions. And then define what the catalog entry will do. It can call DSL to create a new object in ElectricFlow or call an existing procedure. In this case, I will call the procedure for setting up the Jira Command Center defect integration. So now I have my own catalog with a catalog entry for creating my Jira configuration. I can see the additional information I have added and click Execute to create my Jira configuration. Let's take a look at new enhancements to pipelines in ElectricFlow 8.0. I'll select the online retail store pipeline, and in the first stage, Dev, I'm using the new capability in 8.0 to call a command block directly from a pipeline task. If I go to the task definition, I've selected the command type and I'm directly calling an EC-tool command from the task. I optionally can also select the shell and any post-processing I want to do on the outcome of the command. 8.0 also has new capabilities that are all about reducing that mean time to recovery. So when there is a failure, rather than requiring you to restart the entire pipeline, you can now retry from a pipeline task or from a deployment process step. If I go into the details of a task, I now have new options for error handling, manual retry on error, where you can come in and fix the issue and then manually restart from the failed point, or automated retry on error, where the retry can be triggered automatically a fixed number of times on an interval. This is helpful for situations such as where there are intermittent network failures, where you expect it to be fixed on a subsequent retry. So let's look at a run that I have of this pipeline that's in a failed state. I can see that my pipeline has failed at the second task and it's calling a command step. If I go to the pipeline definition, I can open that task and see that I have a typo that needs to be fixed. Back at my pipeline run, this task was set for manual retry, so I can just come and retry the pipeline task. In this case, I have the option to skip, fail, or rerun the task right from where it failed in the pipeline, and I will rerun the task and add a comment that can be tracked later for auditability. Now when I rerun, I can see the build task was not rerun. I started directly from my second task, and my pipeline is continuing. My pipeline is in a failed state again without the option to do a manual or automated retry on this task. But with new retry options at the pipeline level, I can still restart a pipeline that is in a failed state and it will start again from the failed point. So I will go ahead and restart this pipeline. Add a comment. And again, it's running right from the last failed state and it succeeded, and now the pipeline is continuing, saving me all of the time that would have been spent rerunning all of the previous tasks and instead improving my mean time to recovery. Thanks for watching this short demo of the highlights of ElectricFlow 8.0. Download ElectricFlow Community Edition to try it out yourself.